the Live Oak Public Library. Today we're going to be doing a recipe using mace, which is the spice of the month for March. The recipe I've chosen is the chicken Alfredo. The recipe for today came from a cookbook that you can check out here at the library. It's The New Frontier Pioneer Woman Cooks by Ree Drummond.
The history behind mace. Mace is a yellow-brown spice that is derived from the dry lacy coating of the nutmeg seed. Available in ground form as well as dried blades, it is often paired with other aromatic spices. Mace figures prominently in Asian, Caribbean, Indian, and Moroccan cuisines and is also used in British, Dutch, and French cooking. Mace is native to Indonesia and is also found in some Caribbean islands, particularly Grenada, where nutmeg is the national symbol and appears on the country's flag. Grown extensively in other tropical regions, this plant can be found from China to Sri Lanka, the Caribbean, and South America. Although it is said mace arrived in Europe in the 12th century thanks to Arab merchants, it was the prosperous spice trade of the 16th century that made it more widely available around the world, alongside cloves, nutmeg, and black pepper. There is evidence that both nutmeg and mace were discovered as early as the 1st century AD, when Roman author Pliny speaks of a tree bearing nuts with two flavors.
The ingredients for the chicken Alfredo are 1 chicken breast or 1 small pack of chicken tenders, 1 pound of fettuccine noodles, 3 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1.5 cup of chicken stock, 1 clove of garlic minced, 1.5 cups of heavy cream, 1 cup of shredded Parmesan, 1/4 cup of parsley chopped, and the juice of 1 lemon, and then 1/8 teaspoon of mace, salt and pepper to taste. So the chicken is browned and I cut it into bite-sized chunks. So I'm going to remove that now from the heat and set it aside while we make our Alfredo sauce. So now we're going to add the minced garlic and cook it for 3 minutes here in the chicken drippings. Just going to add a tad more olive oil to that. You don't want it to burn. Just kind of stir it a little bit until it starts to sizzle and you get the fragrance from the olive oil. Now we're going to deglaze the chicken pan with 1.5 cups of chicken stock. Add that. Turn the heat up a little bit. Bring this back to a boil so we get all this good brownness from the chicken mixed in with the juice. So the chicken stock has come to a boil. I'm going to throw the 1/8 teaspoon of mace in. Then we'll reduce the heat down and we're going to add your chicken back in. We'll do the heavy cream next. The fettuccine noodles. And then 1.5 cups of Parmesan cheese to the mixture. And stir that together. Let it heat until it all combines. Don't want to get your heat too high to scorch it. And as the cheese and the noodles come together, the mixture will tighten up and get less soupy. Okay, then we're going to add the juice of a lemon in there with the mixture. And then salt and pepper to taste. So serve it and then top it with a little bit of parsley. You can use dried or fresh, just for a little color. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please look out for more from the Suwannee River Regional Library in the future.